It's time to wake up and smell the coffee. Good morning and welcome to your favorite morning talk show with your two favorite girlies, Diana Master and Aina Riza Quayo. Good morning, my darling.
Good morning. I'm so excited. It's quarter to Friday.
It's quarter to Friday, of course.
It is finally quarter to Friday.
It feels like this week has, at the same time, been short but very long.
Yes.
Like it seems like it's dragged on forever, but at the same time, it feels like it's been really short.
What is the highlight of your week? What are you most excited to have done during this week?
I think for me was, I guess it wasn't really this week, but we got to go to the Windhoek Radio Control Club and we spoke about radio-controlled cars.
Wow.
So that in itself was a highlight because, I mean, it was so cool seeing these cars that, you know, and I actually got to somewhat drive one of them.
Yeah.
Like, okay, not drive, but like remote control one of them. And then I got my hands dirty, fixed one.
You know.
What was the highlight of your week?
I can't think of any at the top of my mind right now, but I did go to Agra Hyper for my other property show, and they sale right now. So if you want, you know, to just shop on a budget, go check out Agra Hyper.
Agra's the place to be.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh, I love that.
Speaking of entertainment, I hear a Boys to Men is on road tour.
You need to go count your coins right now because that's right. Boys to Men is coming to South Africa.
Whoa.
Yes, they are scheduled to perform in Cape Town in October, if I'm not mistaken, and tickets range from 690 Rand to 1,790 Rand. That's why I'm saying go break that little piggy bank of yours, count your coins, because baby, this is a show you're not going to want to miss. Aina and I are going to be there.
I think we should be there.
On Aina's budget, of course.
Oh.
You're the celebrity of this family, so.
Not on my budget. But I'm excited that more and more celebrities or artists rather, when they say they are going on a world tour, I'm excited that they are now including Africa. Yeah, and South Africa is just there, you know, Namibians can go,
you can
people
literally
from
just,
Botswana can go, everyone can go.
And
it's going to be a concert.
They had actually postponed this. They were supposed to come, but then COVID hit, so they kept postponing the show. So now they are finally going to be here, and I'm actually really, really excited.
I am also excited for that. Now, we are also excited to bring you more interesting news after the break. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy your cup of chew. We'll be right back.
Ohole So Nice is an entertainment show brought to you by the youth for the youth, aimed at having more young people showcase their individual identities. Making a good impression does not come easy. The nerves and the natural way youth interact when it comes to dating, well, this has changed over the years. This is a dating show that allows individuals to participate and be their own true selves. Ohole So Nice focuses on blind date, talk about that, news, flex your style, and more. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and on the MyZone Facebook platform. To share your experience or make your product or service part of Ohole So Nice, contact Zone at synergy.com.na. Ohole So Nice, because sabawelling isn't enough.
And now for some freshly brewed news. Print is coming back, but not in the way you would expect. California company's 3D printed rocket poised to make debut launch. A rocket made almost entirely of 3D printed parts is poised to blast off Wednesday on its debut launch. California-based Relativity Space is attempting to launch the rocket to orbit from a former missile site at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. It's a relatively small rocket, just 110 feet, approximately 33 meters, and won't be carrying anything for this test flight except for a memento, the first successful metal 3D print from the company's printers. About 85% of the rocket, named Tehran, is made of 3D parts printed at the company's factory in Long Beach, California, including its engines. Relativity Space aims to increase that percentage on its future versions. SpaceX's Falcon rockets have been flying with 3D pods for years, but not nearly to the extent of Relativity Space's new rocket. Relativity Space said its rocket is the largest 3D printed object to attempt a launch. Businessman Mark Cuban of TV's Shark Tank was among the early investors in the company.
Wow.
Right?
With times, technology keeps advancing.
And that's crazy.
And yes, and it's funny to live in a time where everything is changing so fast.
So
there are
rapidly.
new technologies every day.
Literally, you wake up and something new has changed.
Yeah.
Like there's something new. And the fact that they're even attempting to send a rocket into space. I've always watched rocket launches and they terrify me because sometimes it like barely lifts off and then it explodes.
Imagine.
And then so I'm actually excited to see how successful this rocket launch is going to be. And I mean, if it's a successful launch, then this means that, great news for future rocket launches.
Yeah, and we will be providing an update on whether the rocket has successfully launched or not. Now, in our next story, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have invited Prince William and his father, King Charles, to the christening of their newborn baby. Not newly born, but...
Of Princess Lilibet.
Yeah, Princess Lilibet, and they did not show up. So that's the story. So everyone on social media is questioning why did the royal family not show up to the christening of baby Lily?
No. The thing is, if you're going to cut ties completely.
Yeah.
I always say, and we don't want to talk about it, Meghan is low-key toxic. Low-key. I'm not gonna get into it, but the thing is, Aina, if I say, or rather if I trash you on social media and expose all of these things that you've done to me, and then I'm still like, oh, hi, Aina, my baby is having, I'm christening my baby, so can you please come?
A baptism.
Yeah,
I mean, why are you inviting people to your baptism if you say these people are bad people?
And you say
if you cut ties with them, it really doesn't make sense. Even I wouldn't have gone, to be honest. I wouldn't have gone if me and you had a fallout and you went on social media and said that I said eggs, all the bad things about me, and you invited me to anything. I won't show up. So I totally understand where the royal family is coming from for them not to show up. Also, some people are saying it could be a thing of schedules because, I understand that the royal family schedules are, planned beforehand.
Yes, there is that. But
and
then also
they have to fly out to California, to America for the baptism.
That's the problem. And also, just the fact that there's already underlying tension with them being kicked out of their UK home and all of that. There's so much tension brewing under already. So I think in a way it's good that the royals were like, nah, it's fine, we're not going to come. Yeah. In a way, I feel like it just makes for less drama. Because chances are the royal family was going to come and there was going to be more drama at the christening, and then it was going to take away from the whole, the beautiful ceremony that
I'm interested to find out from our viewers, if you had bad blood with someone and they invited you to their birthday party, I don't know, some party.
I'll just come to eat you out.
Are you going to show up? Let us know in the comment section what you think.
Now moving over to our next story, London City Airport is the first in the UK to scrap the 100 milliliter liquid rule. Now, what's the worst thing about flying? For many, it's having to cram mini bottles of shampoo, toothpaste, and shower gel into an undignified clear plastic bag. So inconvenient and so unchic. Thankfully, one airport in London is doing away with the 100 milliliter liquid rule, so soon we'll be able to lug around as many massive toiletries as we please. London City Airport will scrap the 100 milliliter rule in time for people to jet off for the Easter holidays at the end of March. New high-tech CT machines similar to those used in hospitals will take x-rays of hand luggage, producing a high-resolution 3D image showing the contents of the bag. Security will be able to view it from every angle. Current security scanners only produce a 2D image.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that. I do not have any complaints. I'm excited. it's a good development.
The thing is, like, every time I fly, I hate the fact that I have to put my expensive perfume and cologne in the main bag.
Yes.
And the problem with that is so much can go wrong. You've seen how those baggage handlers they
throw the bags.
throw the bags, you know. And sometimes if you don't cling wrap your bag or lock your bag,
they steal the things, yes.
So I feel safer having my perfumes in my handbag, because in that way I know, because I'm like, oh, this is expensive perfume that you can't just, you know, go buy everywhere. So the fact that I will soon be able to have my expensive perfumes in my bag, and even just things like water.
Yeah.
Because there was a time, funny story, there was a time I was at the airport and I had just bought this fancy big bottle. You know, I was on my hydrate your skin vibe. I was on my glow up, skincare journey, you know how it is. And then I get there and they were like, oh, you're going to have to leave that bottle because it's full of water. I'm like, leave it where? No, it's fine. I'll just throw out the water
and take the bottle.
And I literally, so they always have like that big bin where they were like, just throw the bottle in there. I'm like, this bottle? No, I literally just opened the bottle and I dumped the water in there. And they just looked at me dumbfounded, like, why would you do that? I was like, what did you want me to do?
No, but this is exciting.
Yeah,
this
it's cutting
is exciting
edge
for
technology,
everyone. Now, in our next story, yesterday we covered a story about, you know, the return of Victoria's Secret fashion show after 4 years of hiatus. Now, Lizzo, who is an artist, is asking some really valid question. She tweeted, is this a win for inclusivity or for inclusivity's sake? But if brands start doing this only because they have received backlash, then what happens when the trends change again? Do CEOs of this company value the true inclusivity, or do they just value money?
I agree with Lizzo 100%. The fact is, Victoria's Secret has known that these have been the issues at hand, and it took protests, it took a song where they literally bashed the company in front of its stores for them to be like, oh, okay, fine, inclusivity. I don't think they're actually doing it for inclusivity. I think for them it's a thing of, listen, we need to make money, so let's just go with what the public wants, because at the end of the day we are selling these things to the public. So it's not even a matter of them being genuine about it. It's a thing of, they know that if they don't, I mean, Rihanna's Savage by Fenty, that is competing because that is inclusive.
Yeah,
immediately from the moment she came onto the market, it was inclusive. It wasn't a thing of, let's start with the skinny models first, and then once people complain, we'll change, wada. The fact is, she came into the market and already there was a wide range. Whereas with Victoria's Secret, they're like, okay, you know what, fine, we can't afford to lose billions more, so let's just...
Yeah. I think it's a valid question, man, because like you said, we live in a society, Victoria's Secret has existed for long enough to know for a fact that women do have different body types. So why did it have to take a protest for them to, you know, come and, okay, we'll have, you know, thick models in our fashion show? Why did it have to take a protest? Because so I think it's a trend.
Yeah,
you know,
a trend.
People like jumping on trends. It's almost like sensationalism.
Yeah, of course.
They jump on the trend as soon as the trend dies, and then what? And that is the question that Lizzo is asking. As soon as inclusivity dies out, because that is the conversation now.
That was supposed
as
to be
soon as inclusivity dies out, and then now maybe the conversation is colorism. What happens then?
The problem is, right now, speaking of inclusivity and like trends, right now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like the Kardashians are trying to bring back the skinny body type. So it's only a matter of time before people are like, oh no, we're back to heroin chic. You know, there was a time that, you know, people were really skinny.
Yes.
They call that era heroin chic.
Oh, really?
That is the actual term for it.
Wow, that is wild. Woo. After the break, we will be talking the Tourism Expo. We'll be right back shortly. Stay with us.
Tourismus Namibia is a weekly tourism show that brings you the latest news in the tourism industry and topics related to that. Tourismus aims at reaching travelers, accommodation, restaurant establishments, agricultural and financial institutions. The show focuses on tourism news, where to travel to fit your budget, 4x4 drives, routes and destinations, and so much more. Tourismus is broadcasted on NTV, 102.com and cross-chat on the following Facebook platforms: the Republikein, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. Contact Tourismus at synergy.com.na for news and advertising related queries. Tourismus, bringing the world to Namibia.
This morning on Smell the Coffee, we are joined by Master Karel Skuman, who is the MD of Zebra Trailers. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Aina.
We understand that you've won awards. Zebra Trailers has many, many, many accolades. You know, for me, if I win an award, I'm always so blessed, and it sort of says to me, you're worthy and you're doing good. How does that make you feel to know that, you know, Zebra Trailers is being recognized?
No, definitely it makes us feel honored, and we are very happy that the public has voted for us as well, and NMH has given us the platform to do that. So yeah.
All right, speaking about, you know, platform, we understand that Zebra Trailers has been part of the Tourism Expo for almost 17 years. Why is this platform so important to you? Why is it a must for you to participate every year?
I think the visibility is very important. So we, as a company, Zebra Trailers, we have to be out there, and we have to make our brand visible and all our new products. So I think it's very important for us to be out there between the people, the public, our employees and stuff, that they can basically talk to the public, and we are out there, yes.
Yeah, awesome. It's always good, you know, to let people know who you are, because sometimes you think the information is enough that people know, but there is always more for brand visibility. I totally agree with you on that. Now, I will be going to the Tourism Expo. Why should I come to Zebra Trailers stand? Why? What can I personally look forward to?
I think every year what we do is we basically get some new products on the market. So we wanted to show that to the public. We always have something up our sleeves on the expo itself. We normally are very sociable. We make a braai, and you know, all our old clients, they come and we have a bit of a chat and we discuss things. And I think on that level, it's so much easier to communicate with people.
Yeah.
And when you talk to people around the fire, you know, people are like, don't you think you should change that or change that? So it's not like when you walk into the office in the reception and you're like, next customer, next customer. So I think it's important for us to be on that level as well.
It's a different kind of relatability between you and your clients. Yeah. Absolutely love that. What time is the braai starting? I have to be at the braai.
It's every evening.
It's every
so it
evening.
depends, yeah. So normally you have invited guests on the first night, and I think that's one of our most special braais. So come on Wednesday night.
All right, I will be there. Tell us about some of the products. I know you said every year you have different products. What type of products can we look forward to seeing, particularly at this year's expo?
We have a new brand, which is a caravan.
Okay.
It's an off-road kind of, you know, caravan. No, not everybody knows what's a caravan, but it's like an off-road camper type of trailer that you can pull behind your vehicle. And I think the Infanta that we do now, it's one of our latest new modules coming in. So we wanted to show people what that as well. And our laser cutting, we do laser cutting like signs and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to be doing the laser cutting, yeah.
All right. Now, the Tourism Expo is happening at Country Club this year. Are you excited for the change of venue? And what are your thoughts on particularly the venue being Country Club?
Aina, I think it's our first time there, so
Yeah.
I think we should see. For me and Michelle has been there yesterday. It's very neat. It's cozy. It's more compact.
Yeah.
And I think this time of the year, the dates has been changing quite a bit over the past years now, with COVID and all that and venues. So I think the Winter Country Club is very good. It's a well-established venue.
Yeah.
And I think it's a nice venue. Let's see how it goes. But I'm pretty sure that people will enjoy it. A change is as good as a holiday, they normally say. So let's see how it goes.
I love that. I will quote you on that. A change is as good as a holiday. Thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure, Aina.
All right.
Thank you.
We will be seeing you at the Tourism Expo, and who knows, maybe you and I can ride together and dance around the fire while having great conversation at the Zebra Trailers stand. We'll be right back shortly. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Flex is a health and fitness show that focuses on mind, body and spirit. Flex aims to reach all audiences that would love to focus on the health of the mind, body and spirit. The show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: The Republican, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, Namibian Media Holdings, Sports Rep, Irongo, MyZone, We and Ewi. Flex focuses on daily fitness where we will be flexing our muscles, wellness interviews where we will be flexing our mind. For editorial and advertising queries, please contact zone@synergy.com.na.
One thing about these two girlies on the screen, they love to eat. So definitely make your way to Zebra Trailers because we are going to be shisanyamaine. Now getting into our Talk of the Town segment in commemoration of International Women's Day, the University of Namibia Action Research Team, UNAM Multi-Research Services, in collaboration with UNAM Cares, hosted an awareness-raising and community education event aimed at empowering youth. Keynote speaker at the event, Emma Theophilus, Deputy Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, stated that gender equality cannot be attained if gender-based violence, domestic violence, intimate partner violence, and sexual violence continue to be a national concern. This video is by Junior Kapofi. Let's take a look.
Post-COVID-19, when people can actually congregate and meet and discuss. And as we commemorate the strides that Namibia has made in attaining gender parity, we are cognizant of the fact that a lot of work still needs to be done. That, however, does not mean we can downplay the achievements of the government of the Republic of Namibia in making and achieving gender parity in our communities. Namibia today boasts a female Prime Minister and a Deputy Female Prime Minister, female ministers and deputy ministers such as myself, heads of state-owned institutions that are female, and even female executives in private sector. It might seem like something normal, but in some parts of the world, women cannot even go to school. They're not visible in institutions of academia, of politics, of business, and let alone be prime ministers and ministers or even professors in universities. So for us here in Namibia, having the ability to have a representation, the presence and visibility of women in almost every sector of our economy and our country is a blessing we should not take for granted. We've gathered here today as young people to celebrate International Women's Day under the theme, Cracking the Code, Innovation for a Gender Equal Future. But as we all know, the international theme is digital, innovation and technology for gender equality. For me, this theme speaks volumes and highly to my mandate as not only a lawmaker, but as a Deputy Minister of ICT. I would like
Please do remember that you can still buy your recipe book for just 100 Namibian dollars. That is at shop.my.na, and all proceeds goes to the Cancer Association. Play your part and help the needy. Now, this is our show today. We'll be back tomorrow. Final time for this week. Same time, same place with Ashwan Berry. From all of us here in studio, it's all our love, all our light.
Adios.